Your boy Akash, your boy Akash, he is through. Your boy is through. Your boy is through. I mean, the amount of gaslighting he allows his wife to do on here is just mighty wild. You would think, right? Because what they're doing right now is just damage control. But you would think that this actually did some control, but it didn't. This did more damage than it did control, people. So why even come on here? And it's just very cringy, right? It's just very cringy. But shout out to Poetic Flacco for these clips. But just look at how they are trying to let this pass now.
There was a rotation of guys.
A roster.
Yeah,
what does a roster mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, you know. Okay. So I was.
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was the repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally.
Now, shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I mean, we literally see this video here where she is talking about her experience going into college. And she's saying that you don't have to settle down with just one man. You can bounce around. Also, you know, spoiler alert, she does say in this show that she was a virgin. But I mean, once again, because anytime I've dealt with women like this in the past where I've talked to them or where I actually sat down and had conversations with these type of women, I'm talking about when I was in high school, when I was in freaking middle school, when I was in college, these women swear up and down that their body count was not bad, but yet they would do everything else under the sun. So they're gonna sit here and they're gonna suck you, they'll tuck your nuts, they'll over here, I mean, they'll do everything but allow you to penetrate them. And to me, that's just like, ma'am, you're no different than these women we find on OF or in the industry. The amount of gaslighting she tries to do on that show is just, it's sad. It really is, because what makes it worse is that Akash is allowing it to happen. He is allowing her to just sit here and just make up lies because of course they were rehearsed it. And I've seen this before, guys. I've had plenty of homeboys who were whipped just like this guy. There is nothing that we can say or that we can do to get this man to understand. Of course, when you have guys in his corner now, you know, hey, maybe they're, you know, of course they're trying to make light of it, you know, but for the most part, I honestly can't say, you know, they are some true friends, because even later on in the video, one of the guys pretty much tried to absolve her from accountability, and it's mighty sad.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And believe me, I know I'm speaking from experience because I was super sheltered in high school, didn't really date, was a late bloomer. So when I got to high school, I was like, when I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season. And like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social. And literally like the first guy I met on the first day I moved in, I ended up dating him on and off for a year. Why? You don't have to settle for someone's crusty, dusty son. Like settle in, get your friend group going, see like where you kind of vibe, and then maybe like wait for the third guy or like the fifth guy that gives you attention, and then like maybe you can like go for that. Because I think like especially brown girls who grow up really sheltered, it's just like so fun to be in this new environment, to be without your parents, to be like living in dorms and like co-ed situations. And I get the excitement, but don't settle. Like learn more about yourself before you kind of just like lock yourself down in a situation with a relationship that like probably like won't last that long anyways, because it's usually just like puppy love. And
I couldn't imagine sitting across the dinner table from a 30-year-old woman where every time that you try to have a conversation with her, she sounds like she's back in high school. While I can acknowledge the idea of transitioning from a sheltered environment to a college environment and not being so open to accept the first invitation to seriously date somebody, quantifying when you should by the third to the fifth person is just makes no damn sense. As if the third to fifth guy is going to be a better option than the first guy. Like, what are you talking? Like, is there not any requirements that you can teach them to look out for to identify the characteristics of a guy who is trying to seriously date? Like, could you not do that? Oh, that's right. You were too busy popping that punani flapjack in white boy frat houses.
I mean, she got guy out here looking like a straight fool, and this just shows that he has no leverage and no pull in this relationship. Many men will just allow the women to do whatever they want, and I love seeing guys like Akash, like my homeboys who were against red pill, who are against guys who know their worth. We try to tell, we love seeing this because it's like, dude, it's almost like you're a woman. This is like, generally speaking, when you're talking about guys who are like Akash, they are raised by women. They take up from a lot of your women. So they sit here and think that women can't do any wrong. But then they end up getting hit with a dose of reality. And the only time they truly learn is when the relationship is over. And when my homeboy just broke up with his girl about a year ago, and mind you, I think they're 28, 29 people. What I've always noticed, right, and you will know this even as a child, but when y'all are dating, y'all flourishing, hell, even when y'all arguing, y'all still not going to trash each other, right? Well, I don't know about the women, but generally speaking, men are not going to go ahead and trash women. But the funny thing about it is the second y'all break up, all of a sudden, hey, the man is this person is that. And what does the guy say, right? When me and my homeboy had the conversation, what did he say after he broke up with the feminist, right? Because that's all she was. She was a feminist, right? She even admitted that she hated men. But yet, and the crazy thing is, she didn't even admit that. He told me on her behalf, and she just, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, but yet you're still dating her. That doesn't make any sense. But once again, when they broke up, we having a conversation. He's saying, hey man, there's a bunch of stuff that I just did not notice. Now that I broke up with her, now she's trying to make me feel like I'm the bad person. Even his mother had to sit here and console him and tell him that, hey, well, listen, you weren't the problem. The woman is the problem. Even when y'all broke up and she had to come over here and come bring some of your clothes back to the crib or whatever, she came to the door with a smile on her face, right? Almost as if she was just happy, as if she's as happy as all get out that she's done with you. So once again, it's that dose of reality. Once it hits them, I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you. I'm glad you went through it. I'm glad you went through it. And you have somebody like Akash, same thing. You're going to sit here and you're going to trash somebody like Myron. You're going to sit here and you're going to have these views, have these issues with people on a red pill, yet you end up proving our point. Now, once again, I don't agree with all of the things Myron says, at least the egregious things, for the most part, foundationally, we agree on pretty much 97% of the things that we talk about. But overall, when Myron is talking about relationships and understanding your role as a man, Akash is trying to go against that. And I mean, it's like, brother, like, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Now, some people may say, well, he talking about he don't want to date dark-skinned women. There's a reason why. For a lot of brothers, there are reasons why. Myron, I really don't want to hear his reason. But when it comes down to actual brothers, especially when it comes down to brothers who date white men, they will tell you why. She then tries to turn around and gaslight this man, and then they try to pretty much make it seem and they try to pretty much push the light onto this guy to kind of get it off of her and try to make it seem, of course, to try to be funny, but hey man, listen, let's just put the light on you to kind of get the light off of her a little bit when she's the reason we are all here in the first place. But the fact that you can sit here and try to gaslight everybody when you were literally on camera talking about taking your husband's best or taking your best friend's husband's wee-wee and putting it in your mouth. What are we talking about? Digging you out, putting you through the mattress right in front of your husband. And then here we are gaslighting us right in front of your husband again. This is just sad, but look at it.
Orgy thing that shit was crazy. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy happened?
For you and your partner and your life looks like, again, it's going to throw you into a spiral, so don't do that. Yeah. From Priya. Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband?
Priya, I'm actively trying.
The first word out of her homie's mouth was, she tried. She tried to have, she's been trying. She tried. This was a conversation they've never had on a podcast before. So she was trying to have this off camera, behind the scenes. Take that into consideration when you hear her excuse.
Trying to have an orgy because this couple is so good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us four? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if we
or
did
it's
it.
thick. It's thick.
That are so funny is Akash. I know Naveen hasn't or is the scammer, but have you gotten scammed before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
Did
got
you just
ya.
call me a scammer?
Yeah, you are
Yeah,
a scammer.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I know.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer
I'm
who
not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy. And that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
What type of virgin who's never been with any other man other than her husband is daydreaming and fantasizing about an orgy with her friend's husband? Again, the first time it came up, the friend started screaming, she already tried. That means they already talked about this off air before it even came on the podcast. So this couldn't be a joke because you was already saying it beforehand.
So, okay, no, it hasn't.
Okay,
No, I still only one woman.
That's what I thought was that's what I thought was missing in the whole orgy combo is that he also gets to get some
Yeah.
side.
I could have doubled my body count.
Yeah. Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical
Yeah,
orgy?
of course. Everyone should be included.
Nah, but Akash wants the dude.
The dude.
Yeah. You think he can handle all 10 inches of Nav? You think you can take Nav down? Or is Nav taking it?
Come on, Nav shorter than me. Who taking it?
Oh! Nav, the bottom is dragging on the carpet.
Collecting dust.
Shout out Nav, bro.
Yes.
Shout out
Yes.
Nav. Okay, what the f was that joke? Because I think for a lot of people, myself included, like I saw that and I was like, why would she even joke around about that?
Yeah.
With Akash there and like, what was the what was the backstory to that?
Now, looking back, like it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akash. Not
Yo, this chick is good, man. This chick is amazing, man.
to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality. So they're
Right.
just seeing this one thing.
Right.
So the orgy joke started with like Akash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like Akash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever.
Hot bod, this
Because
guy.
he's like really
Hot
like, yeah, ripped or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey. Cut the. But
Yeah.
because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you
it's
are a virgin?
absurd
That's
to me.
that's
Yeah.
real?
I was
You
a
were a
virgin
virgin?
until I met him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I
because know.
absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think
Yeah.
stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like,
Now it was a joke. Now I kind of learned some humor from Akash. If you learn some humor from Akash, I don't think Akash was out here talking like that about you or, I mean, once again, even if he does, once again, these are jokes. These are jokes. He's a comedian. You're not. You're not. And you thinking you funny. Like, come on, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. We know you didn't get no jokes from Akash, man. Ma'am, you're trying to cover up. And that's just the sad part about it because the guy is enabling it. The guy is enabling it. We can sit here and talk about women all day, every day, but when you sit here and you have guys who just allows the woman to do that, and they sit here and validate these women's behavior, it's just like, man, what more can you say to guys like this? He literally put the S in simp.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP, Simp!
So much so that she's still trying to say that, hey, well, even when it came down to the kissing, I'm just shy. And Akash is just sitting here, just eating it up. Because I know you probably ain't looking at them comments. I know you probably ain't looking at these videos that's being made about you, that you probably actually need to sit down and you need to study these videos like it's a film practice. Truthfully, this dude Akash need to study everybody's videos on him and his wife. He needs to study them like it's a film session. Because the fact that you can't see what your wife is doing, the fact that you are way older than your woman and you couldn't see that, hey dog, no, whoa, she was wild. She was wild back in the day. It's just wild. But like I said, I've seen guys like this before, man. Guys like this, they gotta learn it the hard way, and this is what they love.
Videos of was the ducking the kisses. That was those. Are, listen,
these ones piss me off.
Look good, Mr. Armstrong.
On Saturday when I saw her, I said, Daria, do you know? And she said, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
She's a good liar.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
No, I don't want those gifts.
I know. Why not?
I don't care about, I like tangible goods. I don't care about,
I'm guilty of. I'm
These
guilty
ones
of
pissed
that.
me off, and I didn't like it one bit, and I need you to explain yourself immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
so-
need to know.
Honestly, I
Also,
didn't,
can I just say that I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing because they edit it so perfectly where like he's going in and then it just right at the last minute. But he's already got his lips pursed, so he gotta commit to the kiss.
Yeah, we gotta check out the Shifty edit right there.
That might have been Shifty. Shifty might have been editing those.
Shifty made it.
Shifty?
Yeah. Chef.
Anyway,
Those piss me off.
So tell us about the duck. Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even knew.
That's worse.
I didn't
Explain
know.
yourself.
I didn't know that I
Tell
did
us
that.
why.
I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like
You really sat and thought about it.
because I was like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy, despite with the internet things.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah, I think I overstimulated because Akash does it a lot, like every 30 seconds, like a little bit.
Let me ask a question, bro. Where was this shyness at? Where was this shyness at when she was talking about wanting to stick Akash friend's 10-inch long down her throat during the orgy? Where was this shyness at when you were doing that? You weren't shy to talk about wanting to have an orgy and wanting to sleep with another man, but you're shy to give your husband a kiss. Man, cut it out, bro. I ain't trying to buy that, man, at all. Now, y'all remember the story she told about how she met this random dude on Tinder, and then on their first date the same night, like she invited him over to hook up, and she woke up with her butthole sore because apparently, according to her, the dude stuck fingers up her butt and was finger banging. She spoke on that as well, and she had a creative excuse for that as well.
Yeah.
This is like when Tinder first came out. There was no Bumble, there was no Hinge. I met this guy on Tinder, whatever. Like we were like just feeling like the vibes, and I stupidly was like, oh, you can sleep over, but like not really wanting to hook up that much because again, for me, like I was just like, okay, maybe we can make out and just like whatever and cuddle. But then I guess he like wanted.
Was this guy Indian?
No, he was like Asian.
Yeah, he took it very differently than, I've learned this translation.
Wait, what do you mean?
An Indian guy might understand what an Indian girl means when she says we're hooking up. It doesn't mean we're fucking.
There's something conservative.
I think most American people
I was thrown off by her inviting him over. Because when I've been invited over, that usually means, oh, we're fucking.
No, I know. That was, again, stupid decision on my part. I was like 21. So it's like, I really just like, I don't know, like I just was making bad decisions all around. So it's like, but I was like, okay, like we'll kiss, whatever. I don't remember, honestly, I don't even remember too much, but I just remember him like trying to like sneak a finger. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. Yeah. But like then the next day, like it was like kind of feeling sore, but it wouldn't, like if it had been anything else, it would, that would have been a whole other story. It would have been like, it would have teared something,
Yeah.
So it was just like that.
So this was a creep pervert that was trying you. And the internet ran
Basically.
off with this crazy narrative
Yeah.
of something completely different.
Yeah.
Yo, security, you got to find.
Simps like this love it because once again, he will continue to defend this. I would just love to see the debate between him and Myron. I would just truthfully love to see a debate between him and Myron. Honestly, but y'all guys let me know down below, man. What do y'all guys think? As I stated before, when you look at somebody who is like Destiny, he is no different than Akash. He's going to go against a red pill, but then he will sit here and go out here and go deal with a woman who I think she might have been off into the industry doing some type of I guess she was part of OF, not sure, right? But we kind of already knew this is a slippery slope, bro. It's not something that you want to deal with. But guess what? He's still in the marrying it anyway. Then they end up getting divorced, and guess what? She wanted some money from him. We predicted this. This is why we have the red pill. This is why we have manosphere. But a lot of people don't like it because they don't like the truth. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.